When parents come to me looking for executive functioning skill, they have tried so many things, from therapies, tutoring, executive functioning books. I'm going to tell you the fastest way to really make some progress with executive functioning skills is figure out what executive functioning skill your child really needs help with. And then we can put in some tried and true strategies that are really going to help the executive functioning skills your child needs help with. If you do this, you will be in a whole other level of executive functioning help, support, and strategies, because you're going to have like a roadmap on what to follow. And this is really where parents get the clarity that they need. Number one, you need the clarity because it's hard helping your kid with executive functioning skills. As adults, we have our own executive functioning challenges that come into play, and now we have to help our kid with their executive functioning skills. So the more we can remove any confusion, any limiting beliefs towards we've tried this before, how do we know this is going to work? We need to have clarity in what the strategy is going to be. And the best way to do that is by having a roadmap, a blueprint as to what executive functioning skills your child is struggling with, which ones they've kind of have a handle on. Remember, executive functioning skills will develop, so they'll all develop. But with development also comes bigger gaps, right? So we want to make sure we get a handle on these executive functioning skills before these gaps get too wide. The best way I support my parents get this clarity is with my executive functioning fix. There's 3 things we do in this executive functioning fix. First part is we hone in and we figure out what your kid needs help with, right? We're not guessing here. We're not pulling random strategies. Oh, I tried this with little Mary in my office, so it's going to work for your kid. It might not, because if your kid's profile is different than Mary's profile and their life is different than Mary's life, it's not going to work. So it has to be custom for what is happening in your child's household, her school day, her schedule, in order for us to get to the end where we give you a strategy and you can actually do it at home. Second part that parents need to support these executive functioning skills is you need to understand what strategy is going to work for your kiddo, right? Are we going to be doing scaffolding? Are we going to be setting up the environment for them? What's going to make the difference? And we can only do that. Anybody that tells you anything otherwise, run, because they're making things up. The only way we can do this is once we have a unique look at your child's executive functioning skills. And we also want your unique perspective as the parent as to how this is really interfering with your child's life, so we can really get in there and make changes with specific strategies that are going to make a difference. And then only when you have this foundation can I recommend, let's try this because I see that her organization is struggling and I see her working memory is struggling, which means she's not going to remember where she put all her notebooks. She's not going to remember where her shoes are. So we really need this information that I am able to get through the questionnaires in the executive functioning fix to give families a fighting chance, right, at building executive functioning skills. So once you have the clarity, which should look like knowing your child's executive functioning skills, having a strategy as to how am I going to make these executive functioning skills better, then you can put in some specific strategies that are going to help and that are related to your child and the way your child needs to improve their executive functioning skills. So this executive functioning fix is linked right here below this video. It's in the caption. You can click on the link, you can join it. You will be immediately sent to some very short but powerful questions. They're going to come to me, and what the executive functioning fix looks like is you actually get me talking to you just like this, except I'm not giving you general information. I'm giving you specific feedback based on the areas you're concerned with, the areas that are impacting your child, and then I'm taking those and I'm marrying them with your child's executive functioning profile, which I get through another very short but powerful questionnaire. So executive functioning fix, it is open and it's in the link below. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I will see you in the next video.